Hi everybody, and welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to try and draw some color skin tones. And what I did is I was trying out all kinds of colors that appear in the face, and I also want to do only a part. So to make it easy for me to start drawing skin tones. Now there are many kinds of skin tones, of course. You have Asian people, you have very dark people, light people. So there is not one way to draw skin colors. But if you want to start getting good at it and just start somewhere, then it would be excellent just to start with a piece of face to practice and to train yourself. Now what I do is I'm using the Arteza Color pencils, and they did something very nice indeed. They put the color names on the pencils themselves together with the number, so you can get acquainted and get better at trying to draw and grasp those skin tones. So that's very neat. What I'm also using is the Kohinoor Hard Move pencil eraser for those parts on the face that maybe get hit by the sun and get very light. Then you can always go back in there with the eraser to lighten up parts. Now what's also a very special tip for you is to check Pixabay. And on Pixabay there are many beautiful ladies and models that you can use, and then try to search for those faces that have some shadow in them, so you can practice also the colors that are inside the shadows. Because skin is not one color, it's many colors indeed. So make it yourself easy and simple, and just start with a little piece of skin. Now what I also, and you can see it here, this is a beautiful lady too. And what I did is and what I'm going to do, of course, is that I started out with the color Coyote, which is the darkest in my range here, to start the setup. Now in this drawing I had an underlayment of graphite pencil, but I think they smudge up my colors, so I thought that was not so good. So for the drawing of today, I will start out with this color A111 Coyote, and then already putting in, like if I was drawing with a graphite pencil, start drawing that piece of face. And here you can see it. This is where I got my idea, just covering up the eyes and start concentrating on this part of the face, just to make it myself easier to get acquainted in drawing the skin tones. So the whole process, of course, can be seen on my Patreon page in real time. And for now, let's get started on this beautiful lady here. So here we go, and color number 1 for the setup in my color box is number A111, and that's the color Coyote. Now the color Coyote is a very dark green, and maybe you never realized it or never really would have imagined, but there is a lot of green going on in our skin tones. Now I'm using that color pencil and this color just exactly the same as I would when I was drawing a graphite drawing. So I use this color to start searching for the shadow parts. Here you can see the edge of the hat. I wanted to draw that in to rule out the eyes and to start concentrating on the skin. And of course, this is a very good study also, to pay extra attention in drawing the nose and the mouth. From underneath the hat, a lot of shadow will be going on. Also, the upper lip often, mostly always, is darker than the lower lip. Here you can see the little wrinkles that are on the lower lip, and I'm sparing out some white for the highlights that are casted upon the lower lip. Of course, underneath the edge of the head there is a lot of shadow, but that also is going on underneath the nose. I'm zooming in a little bit extra for you. Now the light is coming from the right top, so most of the shadows will be casted on the left side of the face, and of course on the neck underneath the chin. Now you can really see that my upper lip is darker than the lower lip, but also pay attention to that little light beam on the lowest edge of the chin. There is always a little bit of reflection light there. Now it's time for the second color. This is the color A046. The name of the color is Coral. Now a coral is a yellowish pink and a very soft tone. A soft color, and this color I put over the green of my setup sketch. This color green and the color of the coral actually blends together quite nicely. Already a little bit of skin tone is starting to appear. You can see me applying it over the shadow parts that I've put in with the color Coyote. Now it's time for the third color, and that is Carmine, the A049. Of course, there's always red in the skin, but there's also red in the lips, especially if the lady was wearing lipstick. You can see me sparing out those light parts. And I simply apply the red over the green. Now green and red are complementary, and maybe you've done some studies with them, so together they are building up a brownish color. Now what's also very surprising is the fourth color, and that is A068, Periwinkle. Periwinkle is a mid blue, and I use the color blue to get some shine into the color tone. Every skin is a little bit greasy. So by applying a little bit of blue, you get that amazing kind of shiny look. I'm going back to A049, the Carmine, to put in some extra lipstick on the lips of my model. I wanted them to pop out a little bit more. Now it's time for my next color, Peaches and Cream. That's the color A022. And Peaches and Cream, it says it itself, is a very soft pinky tone. I apply it over all my other layers. So building skin tone actually is building a lot of layers. We want to keep it very, very bright and very shiny. Now it is time for the color Camel. In my color box, that is A110. This is also a greenish color, and should your face become too red, you can always apply a little bit of extra green. What I also want to do here is to color in the inside of the big hat. I'm simply applying black, but please take notice that I only apply the black for the inside of the hat. I do not use the color black in the face itself, because black will take down the brightness of the colors. But what I do use in the face, and also for the inside of the hat, is the color A088, which is amethyst. Now amethyst is a very dark purple, and that dark purple is just perfect to apply my darkest shadows. So I use it in the face itself, but also in the lips, underneath the underlip, right underneath the edge of the hat itself, on the tip of the chin, and of course underneath the chin. Can you see that little light line there on the chin? And then just underneath it, I apply the color amethyst. You can see the skin and the chin pop out. So this is just one way, not the way, but it is one way to start drawing skin tones. I sure hope you found these tips very helpful, and let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the luck and all the success with your drawings. Take care for now, and I hope to see you again, of course, in my next tutorial on Friday.